Uh-huh. We in here talking about it. Check it out. So we got Buffalo shooting, Houston shooting, California church shooting, Milwaukee shooting, and now we got shootings all over North Carolina. It says 7 injured in related shootings across multiple locations in North Carolina. We'll be right back on the Keep It P podcast. Let's go here. So I guess YouTube playing us with the notifications.
As usual.
Yeah, because I don't see none. Ain't none came through. I guess we just ain't live. I guess like nobody has to know we're live, right? Like, okay, well, this is the Keep It P podcast where we take news situations, everyday occurrences, and indeed we show how one could have and could not have been keeping it P. And listen, I'm not trying to tell you what to think. I'm trying to show you how to think. That's the reason why I bust down the articles the way that I do. Okay. We finna go ahead. Let me just go ahead and say this right off the bat because YouTube has been taking down a whole bunch of our videos. Fair use. You see that? I hope the bots can read that. It says fair use. Okay. All right. We're going to go live, or I guess when it was live on the scene to old girl right here. Let's see what she's talking about. Old girl.
And we are continuing to follow breaking news this morning out of Winston-Salem. Police are investigating after 7 people were shot at 2 different locations last night. Let's bring in our Rachel Ellis. Rachel, what can you tell us this morning?
Christina, good morning to you. We know that these 7 shooting victims are expected to be okay this morning, that this was not a random act of violence.
First of all, the shooting victims, people shot, suspect. What does that tell you guys? I be trying to show y'all how to think. Do you know what that means? Continue.
This investigation is still very much in its early stages. It's ongoing right now, and there are still many questions, though, that we're working to confirm at this hour. And Winston-Salem Police responded to North Liberty and Bethlehem just after 8 p.m. last night after reports of gunshots, and they found a number of shell casings in that location, which is right around and in Fairview Park. And while no shooting victims were found there, police soon after discovered a white pickup truck on Highway 52 North with 2 people inside who had been shot. And a few minutes later, police learned of even more gunshot victims. 5 people were shot.
Do you hear the victims and the people and the people and the victims and the victims and the peoples? I swear if there was any melanin in here, you would know about it. Is this Javier and them?
Could be. Terrell Ho Brown. Terrell Ho Cake Brown. What's going on, my man?
Buster Brown face? You're back, huh? What's going on, buddy?
You done came back, little whore bag. What's going on?
Here we go. Come on, man. Welcome back,
you lied
sir.
about coming over there to Patreon, though. I didn't see you subscribe. You said you would pay. I didn't see it.
Unless he's using a different name, and we won't say nothing about that. We appreciate that.
Okay.
At the 2000 block of 25th Street, and 1 person took themselves to the hospital, and the 4 others were transported. And right now, police have not released any information about any suspects or a suspect, but right now you are asked to call Winston-Salem Police if you have any information that could help investigators out right now. That number is 336-773-7700 or Crime Stoppers at 336-727-2800. We're live this morning at the Winston-Salem Police Department. Rachel Ellis, WXII.
So what did we learn from that little excerpt right there? That if hold on, there's more information that she wasn't saying. It says, according to the police, at 7:50 p.m., officers responded to multiple reports of gunshots fired at the 900 block of Bethlehem near Fairview Park. Police arrived and found over 50 spent shell casings from different caliber weapons in the road in the park while investigating.
That's a shootout.
Right. Yeah, that's what that is. While investigating, officers received a report of 2 gunshot victims, ages 30 and 36, on the Highway 52 just north of 25th Street exit. The officers responded to the scene at a location of 2 victims. The victims 1 and 2 suffered gunshot wounds to the head and face. Police say the injuries were consistent with being struck with projectiles while traveling on a vehicle, Highway 52. The victims were taken to the hospital with life, non-threatening injuries. While assisting 2 victims,
shot in the head, and that's not life-threatening.
Well, I guess because it happened in moving car, and it slowed down the trajectory of the bullet or something. I don't know.
And this all happened this morning.
Last night, yeah. While assisting the 2 victims mentioned above, officers were notified of 4 more people who were shot located near the 200 block of East 25th Street, Prince of Peace Baptist Church. See, that's
the church. They shooting up the church?
No. That's the overlay for the underlay. Yeah, to try to put the Baptist church reference in there to make it insinuate that it's black people. Right. That was a dirty move, by the way, too. Located near the 200 block of 25th Street, near Prince of Peace Church. Why you had to put the church out there? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Y'all didn't want to say Presbyterian Church the other day when it was the Asians shooting up.
You didn't want
but
to
I
say
digress.
You had to search and find what the name of the church was.
And by the way, we put out that they was Asian first, by the way, for the record. Let the record stand.
While y'all was all mad. How y'all know they Asian? But you can't just assume they're Asian.
They was Asian. Anyway, 3 of the victims.
That's what we said, Buster Brown. That's what we said. They probably Hispanic.
Hey, 3 of the victims, ages 31, 31, and 21, have been taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Victim number 6, age 44, refused any medical attention, police say. The 7th victim, age 24. There's a lot of victims. The 7th victim, 24 in this case, arrived at the hospital suffering gunshot wounds to the torso, police say. Victims also was shot while on the 200 block of East 25th Street. The investigation is in the early stages, but the evidence suggests that there was a large exchange of gunfire. You think? Shortly thereafter, more exchanged gunfire on the 200 block of East 25th Street, resulting in 5 victims being shot on 25th Street and 2 victims on Highway 52. News release said. Reports say that suspect vehicles are described as a white 4-door BMW and a black Dodge Charger. No other information has been released.
That was more than 7 people.
Yeah, 12.
Well,
that's what they said. It was 7 people in total at
That was
7.
Not. It was just 5 people at the last one.
Well, hold on. It says 2 victims, then it says 3 victims, and then it says 1
6.
victim and then 2 victims. I mean, to 1 victim and then 1 victim. So yes, that's.
Then how
7.
did the 5 people get popped all at the one joint then?
No, that was at different places. Well, I guess they were supposed to all be in the car, but they end up being at different places because they arrived at the hospital at different times.
I'm smelling fish sticks, P. You didn't just hear them say there was one location where 5 people got shot, but you were already up to 6 people by the time you got to the other location where 5 people were shot.
No, it was 4 people. Notified that 4 more people were shot near
4
Dollar 4,
more than 7.
and then 3 victims, ages were taken to the hospital, life-threatening injuries. Victim number 6. So that's 4. Hold on.
6 said they didn't want help.
No, victim 6. Yeah, said they didn't want help. The 7th victim, age 24, arrived at the hospital suffering gunshot wounds to the torso.
And then it went on to say 5 people
No. It says the investigate. It goes on to say that the investigation in its earlier stages, as evidence suggests that there's a large exchange of gunfire. Blah 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 blah. So it didn't mention. Hold on. Resulting in hold on. More exchange gunfire in the 200 block, resulting in 5 victims being shot on
Why?
25th Street. Well, no, listen, that's what they're saying. 5 victims being shot on 25th Street and 2 victims being shot on the highway.
But they're
So 7.
okay. So you
That's
got
the
five,
7.
and none of them, and so you're talking about them wasn't related.
No, they are related, actually.
I could have swore they said they're not related.
No, that's the whole theme to this whole thing is that Winston, there was shooting in Winston, and the shits is all related. That's what the article say. 7 injured in related North Carolina shootings across multiple
Oh,
locations.
okay.
Yep, no, you asking the
Okay.
questions. You getting it right.
Well then, hold on. So then I'm back. So it wasn't across Winston-Salem. Then 5 was shot at one location. That's why That's why I'm confused.
But 2 was shot at another location.
Yeah,
That was
so that's 2 locations, bro. That's not all over the city. You had 2 different shootings.
It is. It's still multiple locations.
Man, dude, I don't want to hear about that. You had 2 funky shootings, bro. You got white on white crime every day. You got Asian on Asian crime every day, and you got Mexican on Mexican crime every day. Every day. It happens every day, multitudes of times throughout the day. And if you was going to air footage of them every day, that's what you'd be doing on the news 24/7. Stop acting like there's another mass shooting on the
B1 UK, what up?
And now I smell extra fish sticks because you're reporting this. I say they're black. I say they're black.
Not how.
Why are you reporting on these 2 shootings? I guarantee there was more than 2 shootings in the whole city last night. I guarantee if we go to Winston-Salem Chronicles, they're going to say more people were shot last night. But you only mention these 2.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
You're like, shootings all over the city.
Oh, right.
In 2 places?
Trying to play it all the way up.
There's a murder. There's murder and gunshots ringing out across Winston-Salem. We read the article and it's 2 shootings?
Right. Like, what the hell are y'all talking about, fam? Y'all tripping.
That's why I was confused. I'm like, okay, there's shootings all over. No, this is 2 shootings. There's 2 shootings.
That's it.
Get out of here, man. Why'd you pinpoint these 2 shootings like there wasn't no other shootings that happened or no other crime that was to this level? First of all, no one died. So you're telling me there's no shooting that happened in Winston-Salem last night and no one died, that somebody died? You ain't reporting that though, right? This is a national article right here, P.
It is.
So you telling me in Winston-Salem
nobody else died? Are you finna pull it up?
You know I am. You know I am.
Let's see.
Uh-oh. Why does it say 3 scenes on another article?
Okay.
So now we're at 3. Now we're at 3 scenes. When you just heard him say 2.
I did hear him just say 2.
You just heard him say.
I heard that.
2.
I heard that.
Now
I heard exactly
now
that.
It's going to 3.
I heard that.
All of a sudden it's 3 now. Let's see.
More shooters in Winston-Salem. All right, hold on. I mean, that don't mean it wasn't other deaths. That don't mean they just didn't report on them.
Oh, that's right. But hold on. Oh, them was at the mall. Okay. All right. I just had to check to make sure.
You can put in Winston-Salem shootings.
Two shots fired at church in front of police station on May 11th. Why wasn't that national news? They had the day before that, one shot inside North Carolina Mall. Why didn't that make it to national news?
Yeah,
Now all
one
of a sudden
injured
you have
in
a
Haynes
shootout at
Mall
2
shooting.
locations. We're
Hold
on
up, I see that
national
too.
news?
May 10th, one injured in Haynes Mall shooting in Winston, North Carolina. Didn't hear nothing about that.
Didn't hear nothing about that.
Wow. Would you look at that?
Didn't hear nothing about that.
It says there's no words on whether the suspect has been taken into custody, and the police spokesman didn't immediately respond to the email seeking comment. No one answered the phone. It says in July, the two groups of men got into an argument inside the mall before one man fired towards the other group. According to the police, investigators said police from the other group returned fire. Both groups fled the scene. No injuries were reported. That's why we ain't hear about it.
No injuries. There was injuries in this, just no deaths.
Yeah, they didn't want nobody to hear
Just
about
no
that.
deaths.
Well, it
They
seems
didn't
like
talk about the shootout in front of the church in front of the police station. Y'all
Hey,
got shootouts in front of the police station?
and when you put in Winston-Salem shootings, it say today, yesterday. It give you suggestions like it's shootings in Winston-Salem all the time.
So why we ain't talking about y'all's crime wave in Winston-Salem then?
That's what I'm talking about. It's like it's shootings there all the time.
Your crime wave. Now all of a sudden you want to talk about these two lonely shootings. And really on it like mass shootings across Winston-Salem.
Ooh. Don't forget that.
Stop it.
Don't forget that.
And that's why they not specifically saying who it is, because they want them to make them seem like they're black.
Wow. All right, we ain't gonna hold y'all, but we gonna mold you, fold you, and scold you about being on code. You know we got another episode today. Y'all better soak it up today and go get on Keep It P Raw so that you with us tomorrow, because there's gonna be some hot news tomorrow. But unfortunately, you're not gonna be a part of it. Shout out to all the 6 or 7 new members to Keep It P Raw too. So y'all get to see what it's about tomorrow. And 4 words that I'll leave you with: love, peace, blessings, and aloha. And make sure that y'all go do what Kendra say.
Be one to the family. This is Kendra Blackwood of Hot Lava Music TV and the Hot Lava Media Group. And I come to you today with an urgent call to action. And with that being said, this petition is to demand the US government immediately make anti-black racism a public health crisis is now an active campaign at change.org. And after this message, I'm going to need you to go over there and show your support. Right after you smash that like and subscribe if you have not already. Make sure you hit that bell for notifications. It doesn't cost you a thing. Now, this is a petition to demand cash reparations for foundational Black Americans addressing 2 critical components. So what is anti-Black racism? Anti-Black racism is defined here as policies and practices rooted in American institutions such as government, finance, education, healthcare, and justice that mirror and reinforce economic deprivation, racially targeted laws, beliefs, attitudes, prejudice, stereotyping and/or discrimination toward foundational Black Americans. What is a public health crisis, you ask? Well, a health crisis or public health crisis is a difficult situation or complex health system that affects humans in one or more geographic areas, from a particular locality to encompass the entire planet. Health crises generally have significant impacts on community health, loss of life, and on the economy. And ultimately the solution to the problem, it is imperative that the United States government declare anti-Black racism a public health crisis for foundational Black Americans. In 2020, as a community, Asian Americans experienced only 287 hate crimes nationwide. However, FBA in the same year suffered 2,871 reported hate crimes. As we know, those are just the reported accounts according to the F.B.I. As foundational Black Americans, we know that the number should reach in the billions daily. This resulted in a 94-1 unanimous decision to pass into law an anti-Asian hate crime provision to make Asian a protected class. With anti-black racism being thousands of times more prevalent and permeating within the fabric of America, we ask that you sign this petition to say we are sick of studies and commissions to study forums and meaningless holidays and nothing burger symbolic gestures. We demand the U.S. government to urgently disperse the first initial reparations cash payment of $20 trillion to the surviving descendants of American chattel slavery. AKA, cut the damn check. And I mean that. Jack. On my ancestors for real for real. I proudly digress. Anyway. Check out the new Slave Patrol documentary. Pull up season on you sucker MCs. Don't forget to join us on Patreon. I got 4 words for you. Go grab a shirt. And love, peace, blessings and Meloa. Be
Music TV.
Be careful for her love, she like.
Hey Riri. Hey Rihanna, hey girl, how you doing? I'm into you like Trump's in the cocaine. I know that might sound a little confusing.
Call me when you need a friend. Call me when you need someone to come through with that loving baby, baby. I'll be the one to get it from the back. You be pulling on my body, baby. There ain't no need to answer the phone, 'cause I got you where I need you, baby. Face down in the bed, and we can get it